hinder you. Don't you let where you've been hinder you. Don't let what they've said hinder you. Don't you let your past hinder you. You're a woman without limits. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. A woman without limits. Yes, you are. There's nothing the enemy can do to stop what God has for you. There's nothing the enemy can do to stop what God has for you. You're a woman without limits. Woman, 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 woman without limits. Na 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 na. Woman without limits. Woman.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Reverend Kiuna, and this is Woman Without Limits. What a delight it is to have you tuned in. I know that your life will never be the same again. Our stories have transformed many lives, and I want to thank you for all your feedback. Keep those calls coming, tweet us, keep on SMSing and just calling on us and letting us know how we truly are affecting your lives. Tonight's story is a drama. I listened to it and I thought, wait a minute, can anybody really go through all that? I tell you, this wonderful woman, Diana Kamande, has been through hell itself. I have had stories, but this one is something else. And Woman Without Limits is here to let you know that your story too can be told. You must never give up. You must never throw in the towel, because with God, you just never know. Your tomorrow will be better than your today. And so would you please help me welcome Diana Kamande on set. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So nice to see you, and you're looking so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Like your story and the way you look right now, they are worlds apart.
Because there is God.
Amen.
Amen.
So let us reverse back and tell us, who is Diana?
Diana Kamande is a mother. I'm born again, and I love the Lord so much.
Amen.
I'm a second born in a family of 4. Brought up in Korogocho.
Korogocho.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you say that, and I figure, I picture where Korogocho is, and the way you look right now is like, wow, worlds apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be a slum girl. Actually, that's where I was brought up.
Wow.
I saw everything that was happening in Korogocho, but I chose not to bring Korogocho up as I was growing up.
Oh, wow. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
You grew in it, but you didn't carry it with you.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was brought up in a very good family with a Christian background. But the funny thing was that it's my dad who got born again first.
Wow.
Before my mom.
That's amazing.
In 1989, my dad gave his life to Christ, and my mom gave her life to Christ in 1994.
5 years later.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing, because most of the times it's the ladies.
The ladies first.
Yeah.
So the way to Sunday school, I was taught by my dad.
Wow.
Or rather, we were taught, all of us as children, we were taught by my dad.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
You know, like when ladies especially are brought up are taught values by their fathers, it really just, it goes so deep.
Yeah.
Because then you become confident, you know, you're sure of yourself because of the male figure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was and he's still a very good role model to us,
Wow.
especially when it comes to the things of God. So my life was so good growing up in this family. And you know, when you're brought up in these Christian families where parents are born again, so even new children, you're also born again in the mix.
Yes.
Because we found out our parents say, praise the Lord.
Yes.
So you're in the mix.
You
Praise
join
the
it and
Lord.
say, praise the Lord.
We go to Sunday school, we are born again.
Yes,
but
of course.
there is that time that now comes when you have to know the difference between good and bad. And now after my primary school, I went to high school, and in Form 3 is when I gave my life to Christ.
Now properly.
properly.
No, it
Now,
was your decision.
Yeah, not
it was, yeah, it wasn't your father's salvation.
not my father's or my mother's salvation.
Yeah.
I gave my life to Christ.
Okay.
And I remember even students at school, they were saying it's because we have MOOCs coming.
That's why you're getting saved.
Yeah, that's why.
To pass.
Yeah, to pass.
You know, it's amazing. A long time, even when I got born again, it was like you were getting born again because of trouble.
Yeah.
It was never that you really want Christ. And,
Yeah.
you know, you want to get born again. It was, what's wrong? What are you going through? So they said it was because of exams.
Yeah,
you were
because
running
of
away.
Exams. But one good thing is that I was able to continue in salvation even when I was leaving Form 4. And I left when I was the CU chair lady.
Oh, wow.
So they came to realize I was not there for exams.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was not a smooth journey. You know, when you get born again in school.
Yes, as a teenager.
And, the other kids will tease you. They will give examples with you. Why are you doing this? And you're born again.
Right.
It's like born again.
They watch you like hawks. Yeah.
Yeah, but God gave me the grace
Yeah.
to overcome all that. So after coming out from school, after finishing my Form 4, now I'm a citizen, I decided to go for a teaching course because it's what my dad wanted. You know, those days.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, my dad wanted.
There was, if you're a man, you're a secretary. If you're a woman, a secretary as a woman. And if you're a man, you are an accountant.
Yeah.
Yes.
And or a doctor.
Or a doctor.
And a teacher.
Yes, right.
You know the referrals those times, huh?
Yeah.
Kwa kina mwalimu huko.
Yes, right.
So I think
right.
my dad wanted that. So I just went because he wanted it.
Okay.
But with time, I also embraced teaching. So I'm going to college.
Right.
And now, nobody had ever told me they loved me.
Okay, apart from Christ,
Yeah,
salvation.
Salvation.
A human being.
A human
had
being.
never told you.
A man.
Yes.
And we only have one brother, who is the last one. And now my dad travels a lot. He's available over the weekends because even when my dad traveled, he made sure on Saturday he was home purposely because he wants to be in church on Sunday.
Wow. Wow.
So when I'm going to college, my dad is not there to tell me in the morning, I love you.
Yes.
You're my daughter. You're beautiful. And then I meet this tall, black.
Tall, dark, and handsome, as they call them.
With white teeth.
And you know, when you're dark and the teeth are even whiter.
Whiter. Yeah.
And he told you he loved you.
He loved me.
Swept you off your feet.
No. At first, you know, I'm that shy girl. I'm like,
yeah.
But, you know, he was a matatu driver. And remember, I am Wanjiku Kamande. So, the business mentality in me. Now, I saw, he even owns a matatu. This can be a good man.
We do business.
We will do business.
Yes.
As I continue with teaching. And you know, men, they really know how to seduce women. This was not his matatu. He was just a mere driver.
Yes.
But he didn't tell me all this.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's like we don't need to go deep.
Yeah.
Let just know that I drive this matatu.
I drive this matatu.
Yeah.
And no, not I drive this matatu. This is my matatu.
Okay.
That was the approach.
Okay. Wow.
And I could believe it was his matatu because every time that I'm coming, it was during those time of Motorola's with aerials. So he could give
okay. Yeah. Wow.
And he had bought me this Motorola after some time because I had a smaller Motorola and he bought me that one that used to look like Nokia.
Okay. The big one that looks like a booth.
Like a booth.
Right.
But because he wanted to take me to college, know when I'm coming back, he could come and pick me. And you know, nobody had told me they loved me. So to me, I was so happy.
Wow.
This man.
You had arrived.
Who?
Where you were going.
Where I was going.
You arrived.
I arrived.
Yes.
And I sat down.
Completely. Like the rest of you can go.
You people
Me,
go.
I got there.
Me, I
right.
got there.
Right.
Now, anytime I'm coming, nobody sits in front there. The door
Oh,
is
you
locked.
sit alone?
Yeah, yeah, him driving and me. The VIP seat, the Matatu VIP
Right.
was mine.
Wow. And you know there are normally two people.
Yeah.
But you occupied it by yourself.
Yeah, the two of us.
It is well.
We had started a home there.
Right. Oh. So the first home was now in the Matatu.
In the Matatu.
Uh-huh.
If any client or if any customer could have complained, any of the passengers, Shuka, I'm taking her to school.
Like we don't need your
Yeah, we don't need your money.
Just leave.
Yeah, just leave. You just leave. Yeah. So I'm taken to school. I'm asked, do you have money for lunch? I'm given 200 shillings. You know what was 200 by that time?
Of course. You can't even now. You can't even look at anybody else.
Look
He
at
has
my
won your
college mates
heart.
walking. And me, I'm brought outside the school gate.
And given money.
And given 200 bucks.
Yes.
Yes. So I was like, oh God, this is manna from heaven. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And remember, my family had a very humble background. So to me, at least God had remembered me.
And given you somebody with substance.
Somebody who has money.
Yeah.
And owns a business vehicle. Yeah.
That you can even leave what you're doing, you do business together.
Yeah, even school.
You know?
Did not make sense at that time, but because I was just about to graduate, then I had to finish.
Right.
So after finishing school, he told me to go and visit him. So I visited and I visited.
Okay.
Yeah.
You visited and relocated?
Yes, I relocated, but with one cloth. So remember my husband who owns a Matatu, yes. He cannot buy me another cloth. So I'm the one who is going to strike the deal. Because my parents go to church very early. And I still have the spare key. You know, those times we were given spare key because the phones were not in plenty like now.
Right.
So I still had my spare key. So what we are going to do, I'm going to go home on Sunday. You know, those parents who are glued in church, by 9 they're in church. So I told him I should be in the house by 11. That time it's praise and worship. You know, I'm the one who is striking the deal. I'm the one in need of a husband.
Yeah.
So I'm telling my husband what we
shall do. Yeah. You're the director now.
Yes, I'm the director of how we are going to steal the clothes.
Hey, when they're in church.
They're in church.
Yeah.
And I'm stealing the clothes to bring to this house.
Right.
Of a man who owns a Matatu.
Hey, so you are the director of how this theft was going to take place?
Yes. I love the man.
Yes.
And what was I supposed to do? And remember, he owns a Matatu. But what do I have to do?
Yeah.
I need to change clothes. I'm a woman. So I needed more clothes. So I went. My parents were in church. I opened the house door, got the clothes, then left. After closing the door, I opened the kitchen window and I threw the keys inside. I'm
like
gone.
You're not coming back. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Hey. Ooh, the things love will do.
So me and my parents,
we are done. So it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I arrived with the clothes. He's very happy. Then do you know the next thing I'm going to do? Then I have to get another line.
You're changing your numbers?
Yes.
This family, you want nothing to do with them because you found your lover.
We are done.
What you've been looking for,
yes.
You found it.
Yes.
What are parents for?
Hey. Yeah, I never even thought there was a single day I could ever call them.
What?
Yeah, I think the one who said love is blind, it had made me totally blind.
They say love is blind, marriage opens the eyes.
Yeah, that's so good. I've learned a new.
Yeah.
Yeah. It made me so blind, but through the marriage is the one that opened my eyes.
Right.
So I'm there, I've changed my line, no communication with my parents, we are here, we're in a little heaven.
They must have been worried.
Yeah, they were worried.
I mean, with a father who loved you like that.
Yes, they were just praying. And that's what my mother told me when we met finally.
Yeah, right.
They were just praying for me. Wherever she is, God
Protect
take
her,
control.
Lord. Yeah.
Take control over her life.
Right.
And we are here. We go for dinners. We go everywhere. Everywhere. I don't know where he didn't take me, especially in this Nairobi. And remember, I was born again. I have run away from home, so I have eloped. And then, our Saturdays, we go for Mogithi. So do you expect me to be in church on Sunday?
How?
How? And I'm tired.
So you left your parents, you left your salvation?
Yeah, even, I've found a man, even God.
Yeah, can wait.
Can wait.
Yeah, he understands.
Yeah, by the way, God understood.
You know, all the things love will do.
Yeah, you even forget that there is God.
Right.
Yeah, so, but in all this, one thing, and this is one thing that my father kept on telling us, and I've seen it work. He kept on telling us, the seed I have sowed in you, it will never ever die. And I came to realize it's true. The seed of God will never die, no matter how long.
That is why the parents, if you're watching us, the parents who pray for their children should never stop. Because those prayers, they never fall to the ground.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it all works out.
It will work out.
Yeah.
So we continue there. Then I find out I'm pregnant.
Wow.
So what do?
Yeah.
I give birth to my baby. Then at this time I realize it's important now, even tell my parents.
That at least,
I have a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good thing is that my parents' numbers never disappeared from my mind.
Right.
Yeah, I just had them. You remember those 2 phone books? So I had my parents' numbers. So I tell my mom, I'm sorry, this is what happened, and I have a baby. She tells me, come home. What? Where are you? Come home. Yeah. We cannot speak on phone, come home. So I go home, I'm received very well, and my mother thinks I've come back forever. And remember this love.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have problems, so I told them I have to go back.
To your husband?
Yes.
Wow.
My dad never used to take me
what
for
kind of man? The man is not telling you, at least not to throw away your parents. No. He's like, it's fine.
No, we were together. We got each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't have a problem with his side, so we went, visited the parents. But my side, and even me, I contributed to that because I never questioned. But remember, I got into a marriage without having any form of counseling. The premarital counseling, I know it helps because if you listen to people who have been through premarital, at least they have a referral. This is what we were told.
My husband and I, 25 years later, what we learned still helps us today.
Yeah.
So premarital is critical.
It is very critical.
A lot of people think, it's just a man and a woman and you live together and everything is honky-dory. No. Everybody needs counseling. Even if you're a pastor, you need counseling when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Premarital counseling is critical.
So the premarital counseling I knew was, I used to go to church and I used to hear the pastor saying, husbands, love your wives, women submit. So I didn't even know what is my right in the marriage, what is my husband's right. I never knew anything.
Right.
So to me, when he said everything, he was right. I never questioned. I never knew a woman is supposed to ask a question in marriage.
Right.
Wow. I'm loved.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah. So even when he told me iron this cloth 10 times, I would do it. Because I never knew that I could tell him, but I did it. If I did it wrong, kindly help me.
Yeah.
So I knew it was not my right. It was his right as a man.
So whatever he said, you just did.
Yeah, whatever he said, I did. Thank God he never told me to go and worship the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But even when now the Spirit of God came back to me and I was feeling the urge to go to church. That was the day he could tell me, we have visitors coming.
Wow. Because obviously there was, you started now to get that conviction.
Yeah, there is a conviction.
Like, yeah, you know, it never really leaves.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be like, you know, hard, but deep
especially
down.
Sundays.
Yeah.
Something was telling me something is wrong. We had also spoken about me going back to school and now pursue what I wanted. And after discussions later on, he told me, don't worry, we are going to do it. Then because I was using some contraceptives, he told me to stop using them. He thinks that's why I have a problem. Then no time, another baby.
Thank you.
So what do? I'm a home mom. I'm the housewife, the real housewife.
Of where? Where were you staying at that time?
We are living in Babadogo.
So real housewife of Babadogo.
Of Babadogo.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm there taking care of the kids, and life was good because he's the one who introduced my kids to the bouncing castles. He was a good dad.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes he could tell my kid, especially the firstborn, because she was bigger enough to understand, like 4 or 5 years, Mommy, let's go. Today we are going to the bouncing castles. And this time I had started introducing the kids. After my second-born child, I thank God so much for her. She's called Precious.
Wow.
I went back to church. Actually, the same church
that you grew up in?
Yes.
With your dad?
Where I am up to today.
What?
I walked in.
What?
And I didn't want to be asked questions.
You went with your children?
I went back to church. And there was a conviction in me.
Yeah.
If I have to die, let me now die here. If he will beat me, if he will tell me what.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's now the time I now started realizing that he loved me more. He started taking us to church, coming for us. I tell him I'm in a women's meeting, and then he could come for me or even wait. Come park the car somewhere, because he now left Matatu job and he got another job. And life was good. At least the salary he got, and life changed somehow. But to me, I never saw any sign like he was insecure. But I had women saying, hey, your husband really loves to come for you. And I was like, yes, he loves me.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was so happy. Even I could ask other women, you people don't know how to take care of your husband. You know the Babadogo woman who...
Yeah. Yes. Oh, you are seeing me, I'm loved so much. You people, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah.
Can't you be loved like me?
Yeah, like right now we have this interview. He could be outside waiting for me in the car. And to me, it was all about love. Whoa. I never knew as a woman I needed some space. You know, there is that women time that you feel good.
Right.
Hey, mommy, this is what is happening. Can you tell me what to do here and there?
Right.
I didn't have that time. It was church. Immediately you say the grace.
Home. He's out there waiting for you.
Yes. We go to the supermarket. It was during the times of paper bags. And he's here helping me in the paper bag, including my handbag. Then you say that my husband doesn't love.
How now?
How?
He's the one carrying your bag, your everything. You go to the car.
And even holding my hand. He could open the car door for me. So everything to me was working, no matter what the society saw.
Because some people would see like, it's a lot.
And they could become instant enemies. You tell me you're my enemy.
Because exactly what I tell you.
Maybe if I knew
you are even jealous.
Yes. If I knew you that time and you try to come and tell me, I'll tell you, Mom, you're not what you preach. If you can tell me my husband, you're not that which preach.
So if anybody said that maybe he's insecure, you thought, no, this is a joke.
Actually, that was a term that was not in my dictionary. Yeah.
So he was very possessive.
Very possessive, but to me,
it was love.
It was love.
Yeah.
This is what I knew love is all about.
Right.
Remember, no premarital counseling. So love to me is somebody coming to hang around you, waiting for you.
Right.
All those things. But I misinterpreted what is love. That is one thing I always tell people. Don't misinterpret insecurity with love. So this is what I went through for 10 years, interpreting it as love.
Wow. So for those 10 years, he would be faithful in picking you, taking you
Yeah.
work, but always waiting for you. You had to be with him or at home.
Yeah. And when he told me he had traveled, what we could do, hire a taxi to church, or even take a motorbike, go to church, go maybe for the evening fellowships, come back to the house, I call him. I know
And
he
tell him now you are
traveled
at
for
home.
work. Yeah, me, I'm at home. We are here, talk to the children. I'm very happy.
Yes.
I'm speaking to my husband, I'm updating him. So I was a very happy woman, according to me.
Right.
But this is something even my own mother had seen.
She saw it.
She saw it.
And she started telling you it's a little
She told
off.
me, actually one day she called me home, but I told her no. It is not. He loves me.
She's seeing her own things.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, these things that I hear people saying, even your own mother
Can be jealous.
can be jealous.
This is jealousy. Because daddy has not done those things for her.
Yeah.
Picked her, dropped her, called her every second.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
I'm leaving my mom's house, going to my house, and I'm speaking to myself. But one thing I've come to realize, whatever your parents are telling you,
Open your eyes.
you have to open your eyes. Because they were here before us.
Right.
They have
They
seen
know
it
a little
all.
more
Yeah.
than you do.
But I had to learn it the hard way. But always I say it was not the hard way. It was the best way because I came to realize my mission in this art.
So tell me, you closed your eyes, you shut your ears to everything everybody was telling you because to you, you knew this man loves me beyond measure.
Yes.
All of this is nothing but love.
Love, 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 love.
And your neighbors and people like those, they would look and see.
No, to my neighbors, some of them were like, what can we do, especially women, to be loved like you?
Oh.
Yeah.
And what would you tell them?
Yeah, just take good care of your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he comes, you have to warm water for him. Food should be ready. And you know, those are the things even we are taught in conferences.
Yeah, yeah.
So I used even to practice what we were taught because I used to attend now the women meetings when I went back to church.
Right.
So we continue and life was so good. But I think this is not where God wanted me to be. I always respect it. God is the author of marriages and it is an institution that God respects so much.
And loves.
And loves. So I looked at it and I said, when I look at the 4 roles that we were taught that a man should be playing, I'm looking at it, protection. He's doing it, but not seeing over protection. If it's procreation, I have kids, but there is something that I'm not seeing, but it is something that I didn't see until it happened. 10 years down the line, on 19th of April 2013, we leave for work together as usual. I had now started working. I got a job with a private NGO in town, and he was working in Lavington. He leaves me in town, and he asks me, do you have money for lunch? I tell him, no. And he jokes and he says, I know women, even when you have money, it doesn't speak. Your money doesn't speak. And we just chatted, and he gave me some money for lunch. We parted ways. I had told him on our way that, remember, tomorrow we have a wedding in church, and our girls were part of the flower girls, so I have to leave early. That is what I had trained myself. I used to update him on my next move.
Like earlier.
Yeah, earlier. So that he will not have to keep on calling me, wondering where I am. That good wife.
Right, of course. You.
3 p.m.
Yeah.
I leave work and I send him a text message. I am going to church for preparations of the wedding because I was in the committee. Then I'll go home. When I'm just about to leave for home from church, he calls me. What are you preparing for dinner today? I told him the girls had requested for rice and beans, and I didn't know what he wanted. So he said, no, myself I'll take ugali and fried meat. Hurried up home. prepared his meal and
Wow.
waiting for him. He came home around 8:30. I cannot remember the exact time because I didn't have to look at what time he came in. And when he came home, he was knocking and like banging the door, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening today? Because I didn't know it was him. I was like, and when I
was banging the door.
when I peeped through the window because I could see, I saw it was him. When I went to open the gate for him, then the girls come running and they are here to receive him. And he tells the girls, can you go back to your mother? And he doesn't want to speak to me. I'm like, this is the person who we spoke.
In the morning?
In the morning.
And even asked me for
Later,
whether I had money for lunch?
Yeah. Later, he says what he wants to eat. My house girl was ironing. You know, tomorrow we have a wedding, so we are preparing. And he comes, he didn't even greet the house girl. Directly to the bedroom. So I go to the kitchen. You know, they say the way to a man's heart
is through the stomach.
Is through the stomach.
Yeah.
Let me do it. He will speak.
So you went to the kitchen?
Warmed the food, put it in the hot pot, covered using foil papers so that I can go talk to him so that he can come to eat. And I go, how are you? The food is on the table. He says, I don't want your food. Then the kids, they are here, they are telling me, we went to daddy and daddy has told us to come back to you now in the bedroom. And I told the kids, you know, we are women. And you know, we were told, if there is something wrong as a woman, keep quiet. So I tell my kids, don't worry, maybe daddy had a bad day at work. He will be fine, I'll talk to him, it's okay.
Yeah.
They are comfortable, they go back to their house.
So he says, I don't want your food.
Yeah, I don't want your food, and he remains in the bedroom. So we go to the sitting room. My kids are there now playing, both of them. And I'm here with my house help. She's ironing, and then I'll take the clothes that we don't iron. I'm here folding them. As I face the wall now, I'm standing in front of a couch, facing the wall. And he leaves the bedroom. And my house girl cautions me. Baba Praise has taken the keys. And I'm like, this is his house.
He can take the keys if he wants.
And then my house girl tells me the spare key on the wall, he has taken it. And the keys on the dining table. She sensed immediately something was wrong. But to me, I was like, what are you asking
what
my
could
husband?
Be wrong? Yeah. What could be wrong?
What could be wrong?
Yeah.
With him taking the keys in his own house.
They are his keys. It's okay if you want to
We all
them.
belong to him.
Right.
Including the keys.
Right.
So he leaves. And I don't question him. And that is one of the problems I came to realize. We must ask questions in marriage. For it to work, communication
must be key.
Very key. Very important. So me, I'm like, okay, we belong to him plus the keys, and he has left. I continue.
Oh, he took and left, went out.
He took and left. And he closed the gate. He made sure he locked the gate.
You're telling me, Diana, you didn't bother about the fact that he had taken the keys and left the house?
Actually,
because I thought the girl is saying he took the keys and he's in the bedroom.
No, he went out.
He left.
He left.
Okay.
He will come back.
With his keys.
With his keys, fine. And he will find us.
All he doesn't want is for us to go.
Yeah.
So it's fine. You're justifying. So every situation, you're justifying it.
Yeah. I'm very okay. I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Right.
He's my husband. Why question my husband actually? And you're here to help us. We are paying you.
Yes.
You know that mentality.
Yeah, like don't step on somebody else's lane. Be on your lane.
Yeah, be on your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are here. We continue with our work with her. We finish. And I'm like, oh, time is far much gone. He's not coming and we want to go and sleep. Our kids have gone to bed. My house girl also, she's very tired and she wants to go and sleep. Remember, tomorrow we are going for a wedding. And I decided, let me call him. Made 3 calls. He didn't answer any. And I decided to leave a text message. When I left a text message, I said, let me go and sleep. Because our sitting room door was a door that you could open when you're outside. So I just locked the door because I knew he could come and just put his hand in and open because he had locked the gate. The bedroom door, you know, there was no danger according to me. So the bedroom door, I just pushed the bedroom door. I go to bed.
You didn't lock it, of course.
Yeah.
Because your husband is coming back.
He's coming.
Yeah.
So I go and I sleep. I thank God because he ensured that I slept like a baby that day. Maybe I could have struggled with him when he came. So when he came, I didn't know it was him because I was woken up by something very warm on my face and I felt a lot of pain because I didn't hear him coming in. And at the back of my mind, I'm here because this person, it's dark in the room and this person is using the mobile phone torch to light the room. So I'm here, oh God, thieves have come. My husband is not here. Then I just...
Something hot on your face.
Yes, hot on my face now. It was
is what woke you up.
Yeah, it was now this cat that woke me up, the way I was sleeping. You know, this is a person who came inside and maybe he had looked at how I had slept. I'm not used to cover my face. So that's how he was able to attack me on the face first.
You're talking about not a thief.
Not a thief.
Your husband.
It is me who thought it was a thief. I'm here even trying now to reach to the bedroom table to get my phone to call him. Then something else tells me, no, use the bed switch, put on the light, and talk to the thieves. They can take all these electronics. There is some money in the house. Give them.
They don't need to.
Yeah, they don't need to harm you.
Yeah.
I put on the switch, the light, and I'm shocked. It is him.
It's your husband.
Yeah, holding a Maasai sword.
It is your husband.
Yes, not a knife, a Maasai sword. This was premeditated. Because
and you're already cut,
yeah.
already.
Yeah, the sword has blood. So the truth dawns on me.
What?
I sit down on the bed, and the next thing he does is to cut me on the forehead. This mark, you see.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Is he talking?
He's not talking.
Are you screaming?
Me now. I'm screaming and I'm asking him, why are you doing this to me? And he tells me, we are dying, all of us. I'm killing you, kill the children, and then kill myself.
What? What are you talking about? Diana?
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
You're sleeping. The man just walks. I mean, you just hear cut. You wake up because of pain. And then he starts now to narrate the story.
Yeah.
I'm about to kill you, your children, and myself.
Yes. And now he continues now to cut me on my head. And you know the naivety that was in me. I'm asking him questions and he's cutting me.
What are you asking?
I'm asking him, why are you doing this to me? Why can't we sit down and talk? And I'm already cut. I'm already injured.
You're bleeding,
yeah.
But you're like, why? Let's talk.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know why you are doing this to me.
Because you can't believe.
I was like...
There was no sign of violence in him.
There was no sign.
He had never been violent?
Never.
What are you talking about?
Never.
Not even signs of violence?
No, he had never been violent before.
Whoa.
So I decide now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hide under the bed. But I'm worried. Remember he mentioned the children. I decided, let me hide under the bed. Furthermore, he cannot hurt his children. So I pretend I'm dead. And he takes his phone. I'm not screaming now. I'm quiet. Dead, silent. And he calls the mother, now my mother-in-law, and tells my mother-in-law, I've killed your daughter. I want to kill your grandchildren and then kill myself. Prepare for graves.
Hey. Ooh. Diana, is this a myth?
Not a myth.
Prepare for graves.
Yeah.
I am killing myself. My wife is already dead.
Yeah. Then
and the two kids.
The kids, he will be the last one to die.
What?
The second call was to the employer now to get another employee because he has killed the wife and he's killing himself. And remember, I'm under the bed and I've not yet believed.
And you can hear.
I can hear but not believing.
No. Then what are you talking about? Like with all the cuts and all that,
I'm not
you're still not believing that
I was like, no, he can't. And especially for the kids, he will not.
he loves us too much.
Yeah.
This is just a lie.
Yeah, he's just talking. Now, this is the time I will believe. He never used to joke with my father. Remember the way I disappeared from home? So they didn't have jokes. There was that respect of son-in-law, father-in-law, especially because of the way I left home. He used to call my daddy Mzee. Mzee, I've killed your daughter. And I said, he is serious. I'm under the bed now, but the truth now dawns on me. I want to kill the grandchildren and then I kill myself. I have told my mother to prepare 4 graves. You are going to buy 4 coffins.
What?
That was the end of the call. He opens the bedroom door. There is no need of locking a dead woman in the room. Thank God. That's how I have children up to today. My house girl had heard me screaming and she tried to find the keys. Remember, he has all the keys in his pocket. He came, closed everywhere, and put the keys in his pocket. The only thing I had done, because he told me to prepare another meal on top of what we were preparing, I came in a hurry. So when I got in the house with my handbag, I put it under the dining table and I forgot to take it in the bedroom. This is how my house girl now got my spare key in the bag, that was in the bag. She opened the sitting room door, the gate, she went outside. We had lived together for more than 6 years. She knew everyone. I had given her the contacts of everyone. They used to go visit my mom with the kids, my sisters, so she was family to us. She managed to call everyone. But remember, the neighbors did not come. One, even if something is happening in this house, it's not serious. We saw them in the morning.
Holding hands.
Holding hands.
They love each other too much.
They love each other.
For anything to happen.
They go to buy skuma wiki together. Then you're talking about them.
So why go there and bother their night?
Yeah.
Wow. This is amazing.
So I'm here under the bed and I hear my firstborn daughter shouting, asking for help.
That gave me goosebumps. that gave me goosebumps. Ooh. Ooh.
And I didn't delay. The truth had dawned on me now when he called my dad.
That he is serious.
He's serious.
Yeah.
I just came out of my hiding place and went to the bedroom, my kid's bedroom. I found him holding a knife, just about to stab our daughter Praise. And
what?
I stand there and he's amazed. And I remember he asked me, yani wewe bado haujakufa? So you are not dead. That the truth that had dawned on me now got rubber stamped and sealed.
Yes.
We were to die. And at this point...
But the power of a mother and a child.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Like with all the cuts on your head, on your neck, everywhere, you had cuts.
Yeah.
But you found energy.
I don't know how.
To get up.
I cannot explain. Now my sister comes in and my brother-in-law, my sister and the husband, they never used to live very far from us. And at this time now, his hand shivers and the knife falls down. He was using a sword on me, but for the kids, he had already gone to the kitchen and took a knife. Then my sister and my brother-in-law tells my firstborn daughter, because she was sleeping on the top bed, on a double-decker bed, to come out so that they could go away with him or with her. My sister, she had just delivered like 2 months, so she carried the younger baby. And my brother-in-law forgets the way I had overbled, and he tells me, kindly support yourself on the wall as we walk out. no, he has taken the baby. The baby is traumatized now, the one that he wanted to stab. So my brother-in-law is taking care of this one, holding her. She's crying, and my sister has stepped out now with this other girl, the younger one. My girls are 2. So I'm holding myself on the wall. And once they just got out of the door, he gets hold of me.
A while ago, I wrote a beautiful book on celebrate yourself. And I've come to realize if you don't know how to celebrate yourself, nobody will celebrate you. If you don't know how to enjoy yourself as a single person, you will not enjoy yourself as a married person. You need to embrace you. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Meaning, you cannot love your neighbor if you don't love yourself. It's all about you first. If you love you, you can accommodate others. This book is going to bless you. It will show you how to celebrate yourself because you're all that and a bag of chips and a dip on the side.
You're a woman.